Hi everybody, it's Monica with American English with Monica. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're talking about two words, easy and uneasy. Well, you might think that these two words are opposites, but that's not true. Easy and uneasy are not opposites. This is really important. You don't want to describe something as uneasy unless you are sure of the meaning. Watch today's video to learn the difference and stay till the end where I talk about a common phrase that's used in the American accent with the word easy. You're going to want to know this phrase. I say it all the time. So stay till the end to review that, okay? Okay. Let's start with the definition of the word easy. It's an adjective. It describes a situation or a person or a place that's not difficult. Not difficult. It's not hard. It's something that's not complicated. Complicated. Okay. So for example, if you have an exam at your university and the questions were not difficult, you can describe that as an easy exam, right? If you have a job that you go to every day, and it's not really complicated. It's just not a hard job for you. Maybe you can describe it as an easy job. If you live in a city that has a wonderful bus and train and public transportation system, maybe you could say, my city is easy to get around. It's really easy to get to places. You're very lucky if you have that, by the way. The public transportation where I live is not easy, okay? So easy is a word you're probably familiar with. If you have an example of something that's easy, put it in the comments. The other reason why we use the adjective easy is sometimes we're describing people that aren't strict. Like maybe I have an easy teacher. Or maybe I have an easy boss at my job. She's not strict. She doesn't really follow the rules perfectly. She's easy. Okay, have you heard that expression to describe a person who's not strict? Now, the word easy has a lot of other uses and definitions, but these are some of the most common that I want to talk about. And when we want to think of the opposite word, we can't just put a prefix in front like we can with some adjectives, because the word uneasy means something else. Okay? Uneasy. If something is uneasy, it means it's uncomfortable. It's something that's making you feel worried. It's a problem if it's uneasy. If the job interview made you feel uneasy. If this new person talking to you at the bus stop makes you a little worried, a little concerned, there's some questions in your mind, you're not certain, there's uncertainty, then that means that is what we mean when we say uneasy. Okay, so worried. If you feel worried, if you feel uncertain, okay, this is a feeling. I feel uneasy about this situation. I feel uncomfortable. Okay, and this came with a question. Someone asked a question in one of the comments on YouTube, And they said, can I say my test was uneasy if it was a difficult test? The answer is no. We don't describe things as uneasy because they're difficult. It's not the opposite. Oh, just that was not easy. Uneasy is not the opposite of easy. Okay? So if something is uneasy, if you have an example, you can put it in the comments. Like, I really did have a job interview earlier in my life and it made me uneasy. What's something nowadays that makes me uneasy? Oh, I'm not going to invest money in something like Bitcoin. It just makes me uncomfortable. It makes me worried. I'm uneasy about it. Do you have an example of something that makes you feel uneasy? If so, put it in the comments. Okay? All right. Let me tell you that expression because you stayed till the end. This is one of my favorite farewell expressions. So to say goodbye or farewell, these are like the opposite of greeting. So when we first meet someone, we wouldn't say this. But when we're ending a conversation on the phone, in an email, face to face, if we're having a conversation with someone and it's time to leave, we might say at the very end, take it easy. Take it easy. I love this expression. You could say have a nice day or see you later, but sometimes you don't know if you'll see them later. And a lot of people end a conversation with see you later, but what if it's a taxi driver or someone at a shop that you were talking to that you don't normally frequent? If you're not going to see them later, or if you're not sure if they're having a good day or a bad day, so maybe you don't want to say, have a nice day. It's still polite to say that. But I really like take it easy. Take it easy. It's a nice way to end a conversation. It's very casual, but it is common, and it's one of my favorite ways to say goodbye. Take it easy. Okay? So put it in the comments if you have an example of something easy, an example of a time where you felt uneasy, and if you have more suggestions for videos, put them in the comments. I'm going to start reading them, and I'm doing videos so they come out every Friday, and I want to help you. I'm here to make videos to help you. I teach business English. I have some private clients and students that I see regularly every week. But since I don't have time or room to take more private students all the time, I don't have more, I like to make videos to help many people. So share them with your friends, your colleagues, and anyone else that wants to practice English with the American accent. That would be awesome if you could like and subscribe and comment. I would love that. All right, I'm so glad you were here. I'll see you next week. In the meantime, take it easy.